Hello, everyone. How are you doing? Top of the day to you, to wherever you're listening to me from. I hope you're good. I hope you're great. I know that I have been MIA for some time. It's because I'm always busy doing, one or two things, and so I'm unable to keep up with my videos. But I promise you guys, I am most definitely going to do better. If this is your first time of, visiting my page, please hit the subscribe button so that you can be getting updates on all my videos. Now, today I want to be talking about the incident that happened in Lagos, where a young girl, Oluwabamise, was murdered on a BRT bus. And now, let me just start from the beginning. For those of you who do not know, I'll give you a rundown of what actually happened. So, Bamise is a 22-year-old girl who was learning fashion designing or is a fashion designer. That aspect is not clear at Chevron in Aja in Lagos State. She worked at Chevron and she lived with her sister at Ota, where she goes to over the weekend. So on Saturday, Bamise was going to her sister's place at Ota and she boarded a BRT bus. That's a Lagos State bus owned by Lagos State. Yes. Boarded a BRT bus going to Ishodi at about 7 p.m. Now, when she boarded the bus, she was a bit uncomfortable because there were just four people, the driver of the bus, two other guys, and one lady at the back. And I think she's an advanced lady because she said an old lady was seated at the back. So it was just the five of them. And then as the bus kept on moving, ideally at bus stops, he's supposed to stop at designated bus stops and then people who have their cards can get on the bus. But he didn't pick up any passenger at all. So that's, kind of like struck red flags in her head or in her mind. So she made a video and sent the video to her friend. Now here's the video where she was telling her friend about the bus. Now, you guys have seen the video, right? So she was telling her friend, she was speaking Yoruba, but basically what she was just saying was, look at the bus, the head of the person in front is the driver, she feels uncomfortable, but that here she now gave her friend the number of the bus and all, and it's like, don't tell people yet, don't you guys should not laugh at me, because she was even feeling like, oh, maybe she was overdoing, maybe she was afraid or just being paranoid for nothing. But actually her instincts were telling her that she was actually in the wrong place. Long story short, Bamise's body was found on Kata Bridge and some parts of her body were missing from her. Obviously they had extracted some parts of her body. The driver of the bus has been caught, but he is saying that he was abducted. He's saying he was abducted, that some guys waylaid him with their gun, and there was nothing he could do. So when they got to Kata Bridge, they asked him to keep quiet and they dragged her down from the bus and he had to just run away because he was afraid for his life. Bamise now we don't know, she's late, she's passed on. The video of her mom came out online crying. I don't know if it's her mom. I should assume that's her mom, crying and even passed out in the video. What a terrible situation. Like, I don't wish it upon anybody. But then, this has happened. But I have some questions to ask. And I feel like more should be done. Like, they should investigate this situation properly. And I'm going to tell you. Before I do the analysis, I want you guys to please check out the video, of the driver's statement. I want you people to hear what he said. And then I'm going to make my analysis from there.
Why did I run, sir? When those guys showed me the weapon, as I was saying, sir, I was I can't be myself anymore. Fears have come in me. So whatever the man on guns sit down there, whatever he told me, is what I do. When I follow that Kata Bridge, after that over High Bridge, they ordered me to stop there. And when they ordered me to stop, so I should open the door. When I open the door, then the next track, when they come down, they now start dragging her down. When I saw she was crying for help, actually I'm helpless. So I was just thinking that she's inside the vehicle, holding the iron. So I move on.
So you left her there?
That's just the truth, sir.
You left her there?
I left her at that scene. I never knew that they dragged her down already.
What is the connection between you and those three guys that you picked up?
I have no connection with, it's just a person. I have no connection with any one of them.
Thank you very much. lashes.
So, based on the video you guys just watched, I'm going to pick out a few points from everything he had said. Now, point number one, BRT buses are Lagos State owned buses, and Lagos State owned buses were confident in them. I, for one, am confident in them. I would rather take a BRT bus if I'm not taking a cab. I would rather take a BRT bus than the normal regular buses because I feel like it's Lagos State is secure. For you to get on a BRT bus, you need to use a cowrie card to get on the bus. They don't collect cash. You have to get a card, you clock in and then you clock out when you're leaving the bus. So I want to believe that the reason why Bamise confidently got on that bus was because she was confident in the fact that this is a BRT Lagos State bus. Nothing can go wrong on this bus. At least nothing can happen on this bus out of the ordinary. I'm safe and I'm secure on this bus. That was why she was able to enter that bus, knowing fully well that there were not lots of people inside. And she assumed that, okay, as they get to other bus stops, they would pick up more passengers. Now, from the story, the driver said they used a gun and they held him at gunpoint and there was nothing he could do. And I'm asking, how did they hold him at gunpoint? Like I said before you can get on these BRT buses, you need to have a carry card. You need to clock in. So my question is, did they clock into the bus or did he just pick them up as sonle? Now, sonle means that you're just driving. You know when somebody just drives around and then you just pick up people randomly, not from a pack. That's what they call sonle. And it's very dangerous when you do sonle because you don't know who you're carrying. You don't know who those people are. So I want to believe he did not pick those guys from designated bus stops if that is his story in quotes. Now, if he picked them up as sonle, a lot of drivers do this because if you pick a passenger up as sonle, the money you're getting from them is going to your pocket. It's not going to the company because you're picking them up like roadside type kind of people. And that's what happens a lot on the highway. When people are traveling from point A to B, like for example, Lagos to Ibadan, Abuja, then the drivers will stop on the road and start picking up random people who we don't know from Adam without tickets and all of that. And they take money from them. Those monies they take go to their pocket. So that's why I'm saying it must have been sonle that he did. And if that was what he did, it is wrong. It is not allowed on BRT buses. You don't accept cash. You must have a card and you must clock in and clock out. And I believe that was done for accountability. So that's my first observation. Number two, if really you were held at gunpoint, from the video Bamise sent, there was a tight traffic situation. It was a bumper to bumper situation on the road. He could have opened the door and ran for his life. You guys think about it. If you were in that kind of situation, like gunpoint, there were not lots of people on bus, you're the person driving, any slight opportunity you have, you want to run for your life to at least save yourself. If he had even done that, it would have alerted people around. Why did this BRT driver just leave the bus and run? Do you understand? The people on the bus would have even looked for where to escape from because people will come on the bus and then, it would be a situation that would have exposed them. But he stayed on the bus and kept on driving. So did they put a gun to his head while the bus was moving all the way from Aja to Kata Bridge? Was there a gun on his head all through the journey? That's just another observation. Number three, he said when he got on the bridge, they were dragging her from the bus and he was just helpless. There was nothing he could do. He heard her screaming and he just zoomed off. You zoomed off from the scene. Understandably, you wanted to save yourself, right? So you zoomed off from the scene. What was your next point of action? Something like that happened on your BRT bus. You were supposed to immediately report to the authorities that look at the kind of thing that happened to you. You go to the office and make a statement. As I was coming today, I was abducted on the bus. There was a girl on the bus and this and this and that. You did not report to anybody. You were silent about the whole thing. This girl has been missing since Saturday. Or was it Friday? You did not say anything until you were caught and your picture was made public for everybody to see. So you were in hiding because if you were not involved, I want to believe that you would have gone to report immediately to tell them that look at what happened to you. Look at the encounter you had on your BRT bus. But he did not do that. Thirdly, or is it my fourth point? They said there was a lady seated at the back. Who was the lady at the back? Was she also a passenger? Was she also abducted and was her own body parts harvested? Because we haven't really gotten any other missing reports that was linked to this BRT bus, so we can't really say. But where is the lady? Because she's missing in this whole thing. Where is the lady that sat at the back? So I feel like this driver needs to be questioned more. Because I want to believe that what happened was they told him that we're going to use your BRT bus. You're just a driver. This is the story you should give. Just tell them that we abducted you with a gun and this and this and that. That is my opinion. That is what I feel happened. I believe that this driver knows much more than he's letting out, and there needs to be proper investigation as to who were the two other guys on the bus, who was a woman who sat behind the bus. And that being said, the Lagos State government needs to do more with our security. This is a BRT bus. Not everybody who tells you they need a job, you just employ. Background checks need to be done. They need to have guarantors. There needs to be a way to monitor these guys, even to their home. There needs to be a way where they sign in, they sign out. In fact, there should even be a bus assistant with them, not only them being on the bus anymore. Because when these things happen, our minds need to start working. Where did we go wrong with this thing? Where can we make corrections? A life has been lost. Somebody has lost a daughter. Somebody has lost a sister. Somebody has lost a colleague. Somebody has lost a friend. And I cannot imagine the state in which she died, because we don't know what they did to her. Imagine being alone on the bus at night with people, and you don't know what's going to happen. She never knew that would be her last chat. She never knew that would be her last message. I could not sleep last night. My heart was broken. I don't know Oluwabamise in person, but I don't need to know her to feel the pain of her family. You saw the video of her mom shedding tears. That's the cry of a mother who is in pain. She passed out from crying. What pain? Do you know the kind of pain that will make you pass out? Your daughter died in such a manner and her body part was harvested. Let me also make this point that the love of money is the root of evil. So many killings now, ritual killings, especially in Nigeria. Why? Because you want to make money. You want to get rich quick. You want to drive Range Rover. You want to use the latest Benz. You want to be big in life, but you don't want to work hard. You want to kill to make it. Take it easy, because all that glitters is not gold. And to everyone out there, please be alert. Be very, very alert. Sometimes your intuition is the Holy Spirit telling you things. Don't go here. Don't enter there. Don't take there. Don't throw caution to the wind and say, oh, it's fine. I just saw a post of Chloe from Big Brother, who said she was almost abducted in an Uber or a Bolt. And I want to pick some mistakes she made. She did not check. I don't get in a Bolt or Uber ride without checking that the driver's face and the plate number is the same thing. She got into that Uber bus because she was desperate not to miss her flight, and the driver was not even the same person who was on the app. The car was not even the same thing. So that's already a security breach that if she had paid attention to, it wouldn't have happened. I've said so much. I'm calling on the Lagos State government and the good citizens of Nigeria. If you know anything about this case, come out and say it. Somebody has lost a life. And may God keep protecting all of us as we also do our due diligence in Jesus' name. My name is Kewe, aka Kewizi Speaks. Thank you so much for listening to this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can be getting updates on my videos. What do you think about this Bamise case? What are your thoughts about it? What could have been done? What could have been changed? What could have been done differently to have averted this situation? Once again, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for staying with me. I appreciate you. I love you. So till I see you guys again in my next video, stay safe and remember to always smile. I love you guys. Have a fantastic week.